Guys, welcome back to Hellblade, Sonoa's Sacrifice. I'm going to go ahead and pop right into the story. We go ahead and get it started so we can see what's going to happen further. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Got 3 more quests to do. Nice warrior mission. They get this sword back together. Here we go, guys. Let's get this sword back together, shall we? Let's get this sword back together. I'm going to start with this one here. That was good. I don't think I'm going to start with it. I think I'm going to start over here first. There's no particular order to start
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder, the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Trust us. What does it say? It's dangerous. Don't go near it. Don't go there. Don't go too close. Don't go to the mast. You don't know what will happen if Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Over here.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her sons. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure them, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
First one.
Dillian is in there. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight, dear. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you. He always said he'd wait. He's close.
He's going. I can get
He loves
the
you.
darkness.
He's calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. We're nearly here.
There we go. Now we get the crossover here.
gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's safe. Dillian. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Or he disappears. Dillian, don't lose him.
I'll go through it when I'm ready to go through it.
Disappear. Dillian, there he is. Quick. Nobody will love him. Can you remember what love feels like? Look what happens to the entranced.
Can get this ruin real quick? This was the answers in my way. I think I know what I gotta do. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. I know what I gotta do.
Look what happens to the things you love. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
No.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senna explored new paths into the unknown.
Mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep us safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
You got it. Why isn't he here? He's gone. He's in the dark world. He's gone to the dark world. You are in the wrong world. He's in the other world. The dark world. Without you. He saw that she was strong.
Okay, let me go back before I go to the mask because I have to do something first. Now I can go to the mask and get back to the dark world.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her. Do you remember the smell of his neck? You heard the thud. You squished on it straight. The curse cannot leave it.
Hello.
There he is. Where are you taking us? He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. Do you know? There is a way up there. She can do things. You're near there. She can find the way. You have blood on your hands. You are guilty. You will always be guilty. Was it worth it?
There it goes. There it goes. Took a while, but I did it. I did it. Took a while, but I did it. Really? Okay.
Was it worth it?
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't home. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Interesting. Before I get any runes, I'm gonna go up here and see if there's anything to be done up here real quick, and then she'll get that.
Yes. She thought she had light within her. She is pure darkness. You have no chance for love now. Nobody will love you again. Ever again.
You'll get this rune, and then we'll switch it back to the light world. Get these runes real quick, and then we're gonna switch back to the light world. So that's where these runes reside, is the light world.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. He didn't believe that she was two realities, tearing at her soul. Do you remember what love feels like?
And get this.
Dillian saved you from them. Do you remember the way he touched you?
No, it's not working. You're right there. Huh. We have to come back to this one.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
There it goes. There it goes. Just took a while to get lined up. Okay.
Wasting your time, just delay.
Got that one. That was one of the easy ones.
What does she think she's doing? You're not special. She thinks she can. They mean nothing. Being special. It's a waste of time. It could all be a waste of her time. The gods are just toying, playing with these there.
Where's the Z at?
Best
messing with her.
It would be the first time. Remember, Dillian? Do you remember the sound of
I can't
his
get the
voice?
Z. He's showing the M. I'm gonna have to do the M first and come back to the Z. I'm gonna go over here first.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Okay, good. I know, so okay. I still got you. Go back to the dark world.
He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within.
Dark world. Here we go. There we go. Got it.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Here we go. Come in.
We still
have no time for this. Speak up.
These
As fast as I can.
Now the darkness is swallowing you. They've set trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
Dillian, you're letting this get in the way.
They are just to tire you out, to make you weak before
They're
battle.
going to be able.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
He saved you. He saved you.
That's you. You hurt him. His love keeps you strong.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Interesting.
This language you don't understand.
Say Mel's right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. So, quicker.
Do as best I can. Do as best I can.
You kill the things you love with your curse. You kill the things that are most precious to you. Dillian didn't deserve this. Dillian!
So I make my way to him.
Very, very careful. Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad. I guess he took after his father. It chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms.
She's not.
Had to see the world through his eyes.
She's steady. She
Slowly,
can do it.
the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Okay.
Go to him. That's it. Quicker.
Oh, thank gosh.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him.
Next, at the next shard of the sword.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. So we fix them by taking away their sight. But you give up the beautiful world. You, only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with us? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be finished. What if this is the end?
It's just a trick.
It's just a pointless test.
You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again.
You're being tested. You don't know.
It's just that game.
You'll never know which way it's going.
Here we go. Next one. The third one. Got one
I
more
saw
after
once
this
a
one.
plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we?
I don't like it.
This place feels...
What is this place?
It's
Oh yeah, this place. This place is tricky. This place is tricky and scary.
where is it?
Yeah, this one's tricky. The ruined door is a little more tricky.
There he is.
Dilius.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house.
And
He's
there's
going in.
He's
there's no
disappearing.
stone.
Don't let him disappear.
The air.
Where's it gone?
Those stones are
How
in a
do you find
different
it?
area.
Just
This is just a trial, yeah.
It's a test. Like your warrior trials.
Yep.
Dillian will help
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. So one spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. The water. She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get him.
I fix the bridge first. The Robin's illusion. Okay. Those illusion things. Okay.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Just a small piece of the puzzle. You found a way
To climb the tower.
the ladder.
Quick.
You can see it. A line to the truth. The bridge.
She did
You
it.
did it. You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial, get to the house.
You succeeded.
Got the bridge fixed. Okay, got the bridge fixed, so I get to do this scary part now. This was a hard one. This one was a hard one. It's opening it up with the runes, you have to be really quick with this one.
Senua, come to me. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there?
To find him.
There was a Northman called Grettir, big, red-haired, immensely strong, but he was afraid of the dark. It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce. He clung to the doorframe when it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
Yeah, this part I remember. This part, this part I always have problems with because they have to, then if you don't get all of them at once, you start all over again when you die. Okay guys, I think this is gonna be the last one. Or after this will be the last one. This is the last trial. The last trial. They're coming for me! End the video here or after I
It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian, go to him. He's trying to save you.
one way. This part I didn't like. You have to do this really quickly.
Don't let him go towards it. Run. Focus. Focus. There it is. Two things. Where are they? Where's Dillian? Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't tell it it's Run now. What shall I do? Your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? To defend yourself. Is that all right? Go towards it. Find us. Focus. I have to find one more. One more.
We have a wife.
Find the other symbol. You're lost. Look at you.
Not lost. First, in the light. And I gotta find my way back. It's gonna be hard to find my way back. I'm gonna be able to do it.
You've got them. Where's the door? Find a way out. Find it. Get out. Run. Run. Let it look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away.
Oh.
You're lost again. Where are you?
Trying to find my way out. Got them all. Found it. Woohoo, found it. Found it, yes. Oh, found it. I got an achievement. Found it. That was intense. Ooh, I think we did that in one try. Oh, that was intense. Oh.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. It doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I am. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you inside.
You're disappearing one memory. Every time you remember.
Okay, guys, I think this is where I'm gonna end it for today, and I'll catch you guys next time for some more Hellblade. If you guys are enjoying the story so far, we'll do the last warrior trial and get the sword and see what happens from there. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore, Dillian.